Hôm nay, chúng tôi hân hạnh được trình chiếu một trong những bài thuyết giảng sâu sắc với tựa đề Sư Phụ luôn luôn ở cùng chúng ta, phần 1 trong 3 phần trong tiết mục Giữa Thầy và Trò, được giảng bằng tiếng Anh vào ngày 22 tháng 12 năm 1992 tại Bình Đông, Đài Loan, còn được biết là Formosa.
Hi, here we are again. How is everything? Okay? Better than the first day, I guess. It feels better now. It looks better, no? Don't you think so? So at least today you sit in the right position. In the right place. Now, so what we were talking about, you have any topic, any question again? Yeah, you see, so I was thinking in the tent today, I was very touched the way the Americans was really devoted to family relationship. And truly faithful. I'm surprised. Because you always heard American fast living, divorcing today, married tomorrow, etc. But whomever I met, it's not like that. For example, there was a mayor in Florida, Boca Raton. He and his wife married so long, and they were still so loving to each other. And still very faithful. And jubileum and silver jubileum or diamond jubileum, they go celebrate together. And that's why I told this joke, because it's supposed to be for them, you know. Yes. Anyhow, I will tell you later that joke. And then I met other person, also Americans, in America. You see, that I know. Somebody know our disciple, etc. And they were living together. They were old now. And they married about 20, 30 years. They're still very faithful. The way they act to each other, you know, and consider each other. For example, Steve, you know, not because he liked the Vietnamese community that he came to our center. First, he liked Master, of course, teaching. And also because he's dedicated to his wife. He goes wherever his wife goes. And he's mixed in because of his wife. He feels the love for her makes him blind to anything else. And then he don't see any Vietnamese. Anybody will do. And then he just mixed in because he feels he's with her, and that's it. He's not with anyone else. So it doesn't matter who is around, it doesn't matter. So if you love a master like that, then you're okay. You don't see anyone else. You only see the master. Yes. So at least you can learn something from the mundane relationship. If we can be so devoted, then we see nothing else. We have no problem. Everywhere we go, we're at home. Yeah? So be careful. All right? If we are not truly so devoted, then we know. We'll be disturbed a lot about the surrounding and the people. If we are devoted, then we know. Like Steve, he have no problem. He might not know that he's devoted or he has no problem. But that's the way it is. Understand? That's the secret. That is the secret. And Craig, I didn't think he was so devoted to me either. I think he came because his wife introduced to him, and then he also is spiritual, but more or less was because of her. Is that not so, Craig? More or less, yes. Of course you like me also. I wouldn't say you don't. Understand? But if not for her, you would not have taken a lot of trouble.
Probably wouldn't be here.
Yes, you wouldn't be here either. You see that? And I'm not jealous with this. I'm very touched, you know. I'm very touched that even in a mundane level, one person can be so devoted to that person. I'm happy for them. Understand? So if you say you're very devoted to Master, and if you can be up to that much, it's enough already. Yeah. And then you have less trouble, because you're blind to anything else. And then you have less trouble in your life. Not that I ask your devotion. Understand? You know the secret now? Yes. Now, I tell you another story to prove it. The joke, wait, huh? It's all right. I know you're anxious to hear the joke, but that come later. It's not important. It's just a kind of punch so that I can talk to you. Yeah? Just like I'm wearing nice clothes so that when you come to me, and then you don't need nice clothes anymore. Just, yeah. So you don't care. Just like I dance with you so that you come to me and later you lose interest for dancing. Understand? Just like I look at you lovingly, charmingly so that you forget the worldly attraction. That's all. Understand? To replace a higher level of substitute. That's why you crave for many things in the world, because you have not enough. Understand? You have not enough. You just want something, but you don't know what. And then you grasp here and there just for substitute. And all cheap substitute doesn't satisfy you. So someday you have this girlfriend, another day you have another girlfriend. Because each one has something you like, but not all the things that you like. That's why when, before in the old day, a king or the queen, they usually have many consorts. Just because to fill the gaps. You understand? Because not usual that a woman or a man has all the quality that is fulfill the need of the other partner. Therefore, we most often have trouble, conflict, and quarrel. If we both fit each other's need, then we have less trouble. That's what it is. So for those who have in a good relationship in marriage, I guess they fulfill each other's need, and just they're satisfied with each other. So you are like that, I like enough, like that. Otherwise, they will look elsewhere, and you cannot blame them. You understand? Therefore, I do not condemn people. I just say it is better you stay in one relationship. But I also say, if it is intolerable, then you just take care, yeah? Do what is the best. The main point is to keep the equilibrium in your environment and your life in order that you can concentrate. That is all. Not because to keep a marriage is so important. Understand? It is important as long as it keep your equilibrium. Tranquility, so that you can concentrate. If that marriage disturb your concentration, then it's not the purpose. Keep the marriage not because of the marriage's sake, understand? Just so that both can develop in harmony. So, in case you can work with a partner like that, it's enough already. No need to look elsewhere. Changing always makes us very troublesome and restless. It's no good for practicing. But if a marriage makes you even that restless, then you might as well seek peace somewhere. Understand not? Yeah? So, even my teaching is like that, but it's not like that. You understand? You cannot always hold on like a square like this and say, Master, say this. You don't do it, you die. It's not true. It's not true. If I'm like that, I'm not worth to be called even a friend. Never mind a teacher. Huh? Okay. So try to understand the underlying teaching and not always hang on to the letter. Huh? For example, I always say sometimes, if before initiation you already had 2 women and you're all right all together, don't because of the precept, one person, one woman, one man, and then cut one. That's make trouble. My purpose is to bring happiness to you and tranquility to your life, not to cause chaos and upheaval. Your love life and business in anything at all. That's not the purpose. You understand? That defeats the purpose in the beginning. Therefore, when you want to judge somebody or condemn a situation, you have to think carefully. Understand? You have to be flexible all the time, all the time, all the time. You have to see the situation and his inner intention and his level of understanding. If a child cannot walk very fast, you cannot scold him. But if a person who can walk fast and then purposely delay the forward moving of a whole group, then you have to scold him. Understand or not? Yes, yes. But in a spiritual sense, it is different because we all grown up, so we don't see anyone as a child or an adult. But actually, the master see inside who is a child and who is adult. It's the inside thing. It's the inner affair. Therefore, even though many people do the same thing, but I treat them differently. Yeah. So just like yesterday, you say I treat you, the Americans, you know, the Occidental people, a little bit special and make you embarrassed. Should not be. You understand? Should not be. I know what to do. Yeah, you deserve some special treatment. You came from a different culture and you've gone through a lot of hardship. So you need a little bit extra comfort. That's all right. That's all right. I'm sorry that I couldn't give you better. treatment because of a lot of other things. Yeah? So this is not enough. It's not enough. But I understand that you appreciate a little thing, just a kind of symbolic. That's enough. Understand? Yeah. And I know you understand. Yes. So don't say I treat you anything special. Nothing. It's different. It's different. Yeah? It's different. Also, you don't see me that often. You cannot afford to. The Chinese, they can see me anytime. I'm here for many years already. If they don't see me now, they see me later. Or they have seen many years already. There's no need to treat them special. Also, they live together with me in one country. Yeah? And that makes a difference. They feel already satisfied somewhat. Yeah? They know that I'm here. You came from a very long way. Understand? Just to see me. So that demands a special devotion from you. Special effort from you in order to be here. Understand? So, to be equal to that effort, I do something. That is all. Okay? To let you know that I appreciate it. Not that anything special, not that you need that extra chocolate or something else, but you know that I know. Yeah, Tony?
I wanted to ask you about that, about devotion. Sincerity was always a difficult word for me to define for myself, because Ramakrishna, when he was trying to find God, he fell on his knees and he started begging, and soon the mother came to him.
Right.
And other, like Muktananda, for example, he would sit and not do anything, just wait for God. I don't know if I can myself ever.
So devoted, right?
But is that what we're striving for, or is, you just mentioned that we traveled so far? That's also devotion. Is that?
Yes, it is.
It's the same kind of devotion.
Yes, same kind of devotion. Otherwise, you would go to Florida Beach, or take your girlfriend to party, because you cannot prefer anything else. Well, he fall on his knees, you fall on the aeroplane. It takes money, time, and determination to come here. It's no fun. It's no fun to come here for 1 week and don't know what treatment you get even. And you know it. It's not fun. Except you truly like it. Yeah, that you have no other preference. Yeah, then you go. Understand?
Yeah.
Otherwise you could go to India even. There's so many masters there. Or at least easy to get one, huh? It's not easy, but if you know the way already, it's not hard. If you just very novelty from nowhere, then it's difficult to find master, because you tend to run after the orchid, the yellow rope. Yeah, then it's difficult to find. Or you try to run to Himalaya and search it in the snow. But when you know already, understand, it's not hard to find a master in India, because you know where to look for. Yeah? You don't look in a special place. Then you look. Most masters are very ordinary. They live family life. And they're very ordinary. If they walk on the street, you never know that a master. They don't wear any special clothes. Normally like that. Yes. They might wear, but it's not a mark of the master. And when you already know all this, it's easier to find a master in India, right? So I said, if you really don't like it, you wouldn't have been here. Okay? Devotion don't have to have a certificate. Yeah, and say that this person is truly devoted. And devoted has to be like that, like this, and the other. Just like Mary yesterday, she thinks she's not devoted. This is nonsense. Yeah? Right. So I know.
I think, I don't know if I can speak so much for the Americans, but for myself, the idea about worshipping, I've been, when I come to Southeast Asia and I see people worship statues and I just can't bring myself to do that, but I feel that what they're doing is right.
Yeah, they're doing right in their way.
They are in their way, right? Yes. But
if they are sincere, everything's all right. It's just that they can be only up to some certain level, because they have not broke through, you understand, the material boundary. That's all. Doesn't mean that what they're doing is not right. It's just that it's not ultimate enough. It's not high enough for them. If they want to reach higher, that's it all. Okay?
So sincerity, something that we develop not at will, but through practice? It just comes to us. It's just a state of being.
Yes, it will come, or it is already there. If you want to look for the Buddha nature, if you truly want to know yourself, that is devotion. No need to fall on your knees or do any kind of hula hoop, all kind of noisy worshipping ceremony. Devotion is inside. Is you truly longing to know what is it. That is devotion. And people make it differently, you understand? Once they found it, they found some of it, they're so happy. So they are very appreciate the master that has brought them to this state of understanding. So everything is master, master. That's a different kind of devotion. The intellectual people, they devote differently. They devote it in a calm way, in the inner way. And the more sentimental type, they devote it more inward and outward. Yes. Also, mostly the Oriental people, they are very affectionate. Outside. Inside and outside. Sometimes outside and no inside. But the Occidental people, even they don't have it outside, they have it inside. Understand what I mean? That is for sure. And you don't have to judge the outer appearance to know that person devoted or not. To the Occidental people, I know. Understand? I understand both. I never condemn you, the American are not devoted or lousy practitioner. No. I didn't. Never. No? Did I?
No.
In some way, the behavior probably. I might say something. In some special case, but not as a whole. I never say that you're not devoted. I never say that you're worse than the Vietnamese. No, on the contrary, I treat you even better than them. You're more special, because I understand your need. Not because you are Americans, but because I know to deal with you that way is more correct. Understand? Yes. Therefore, I answer many of your intellectual questions to satisfy your intellectual thirst. If the intellectual need is not appeased, then it's hard to come down and rise up to the higher level, because it's blocked you here. You stay here with many questions, with many doubts, you're in trouble. All right? So ask any question you want until you're truly satisfied. And never stop until you're truly, fully finished. All right?
All right. I also have this.
I have a question.
Well, I seem to think that there's a line to God.
Yeah.
Like, I'll draw it right here.
Right. And then you jump over.
And this is God over here.
Yeah.
And you're with us on this line.
Yeah.
Since we're initiated by you and
right.
you're guiding us this way.
Yeah.
But life is like choice. We choose what we want to do, and and if we make the wrong choice, the further away we go from the line.
A little bit, yes.
Right.
And then?
So, a question about choice. It's just a matter of how much burden you want to take upon yourself, right? As you're going on this path. If for example, if you have two different, if you have a choice between two different things. One of them might be the better choice, but you chose the one that's not better. Does that mean you're carrying on more burden on this path, the spiritual path?
Actually, we don't have that many choice. We only think we have choice. That's a Maya power. Now I tell you the example. For example, you have two choices to make, right? And you think you make this choice because it's correct. Right, you're happy. You make this choice. You're going to success. But it's not true. If it is supposed to be God's will that you success in this choice, then you will success. Otherwise, you at the end, you will come round to the other choice. And then at that time, you think, I have no other choice. I have this choice instead. Actually, it's already arranged. And the burden comes when we think we make choice. The burden comes when we think we are the doer. The karma comes when we cannot rely on the whole universal great plan. We take the burden upon ourselves. Emerson, the American teacher, he said, a great burden falls from the shoulder when you let God run the universe. That's fantastic. One sentence enough. Understand? Yeah. We have no choice, really.
And there's no such thing as should, huh?
What?
No such thing as should.
Should?
Should. I should have done that. I should have done that. That's just guilt, right?
Yeah, useless. That's why I tell you, just relax, let live, let go. And then you will know what's right, what's wrong. Then you're one with the universe, universal great plan. Okay. Otherwise, in the universal plan, we are just nothing. We're just a bubble in the sea. Come and go very fast. But because of the time impression, that we think we have a duration of something. Understand? In universal understanding, there's no such thing as anything exists. Any time, any duration at all. It exists because the Maya power let us know that we exist. That we have a duration of a lifespan, etc. That we do something in a certain length of time. It is all Maya's play. But it's all right, let's play with it. Okay? For example, lately I was very tired. Whenever I'm with many people, I will be definitely tired. Otherwise, I'm not. I can tell you. Yesterday, did you hear somebody say, I can climb the wall. I can climb mountain. I can walk through in the middle of the night and be in control in any situation without physical strain, without mental fatigue. But when I'm with people, I pay all my attention to you. Then I'm exhausted because my attention is too much outward and I'm not inside. I am inside, but also outside. I'm inside, not fatigued, but I'm outside fatigued. My body fatigued, because it has only the capacity of a car. Understand? The driver cannot do anything when the car is kaput. Huh? When the engine runs wild and it's too hot, I have to rest. Otherwise it will bust. Understand? That's it, that's all. My body is just a car. I can drive it crazy sometimes, but it has to stop sometimes. Now, you know, huh? Okay. Yes. Oh, we might think that way. We might think that sometimes because it's a habit that we think we are the doer. Yes. But actually, the whole universal's plan is already planned. You remember even one hair fall down is also the intention of the Lord. Yes. But we know everything, but we don't know anything. We read every book, but we never understand. Hear you hear, but you do not understand. See you see, but you do not perceive. That's the trouble. So we need some guy like a master. He explained it again with conviction, with full force of self-enlighten. Then you get it. Understand? A banker, a bank owner who talk to you, you know he has support of money. But another person who has no money, but talk about money, talk about billions, still doesn't give you any assurance. Understand what I mean? Yes, that's the difference. Both talk about money, but you are assured by somebody who is millionaire, and you are not assured by someone else who has no penny. Understand? What was it? Your main point?
The point was that we should. Sometimes I find myself thinking too much.
Yes.
And
you do. The intellectual people do that.
Yeah. And when I do that, I start to feel. You know that when I meditate, it goes away, but it comes this weird feeling around my face.
Understand.
But when I stop thinking, it's gone. I was in a store in America looking for a jacket or just something to keep warm from the cold in Taiwan, but it hasn't been cold really here, so I bought some things. I spent 2 or 3 hours in the store deciding on whether I should buy something that's fine clothes. So basically what I thought so much, and I ended up getting a lot of feeling a lot of burden in my head.
It's so easy. You can ask the travel agency.
I called the Taiwanese counselor. He didn't know.
Why you make such a small problem and talk to a big person?
Who? Oh, Taiwan. Yeah.
You should not take an elephant to carry a grain of rice for you. It's easy to call any agency to ask the Pingdong temperature, or to ask anybody who knows about Pingdong, who knows English. You make a lot of trouble for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, never mind. Next time you know. An elephant can carry a grain of rice, but is it worth it? You understand? He asked a counselor just for a temperature. It's not his business to know that. Even if he knows, you misuse him. You abuse his power. Understand? You can ask me for any mundane thing, how to buy your socks, etc. But you waste my power, waste my ability. Yeah? You should not make a precedent to type some letter for a shopping list for supermarket. That is all. Sometimes we have trouble because of ourselves, not entirely the environment or the people. Rethink it. Rethink whether you're doing right, or is there any better way to do it, or to deal with people. Understand? So, for example, I have told you about the organization. Before, I was very shy. I don't want to directly pinpoint at people, but now I have to do it. Because relating to other person and then to the third person is completely different. Everything's so chaotic. Even I directly do it, still make trouble. But at least I know what's going on right away. And I won't be surprised. Understand? And it's easy and faster to recover or to reorganize it. All right? So think a little bit more about the way how we orient our life. And maybe something we improve. Okay? Yes, sir.
In mentioning that everything is already arranged for us.
Hey, yes.
And that brings to my mind a question of, if it is already arranged, then what is the purpose of striving for enlightenment or for liberation if our striving is virtually meaningless at that point?
You have to strive in order to know that you don't need to strive.
You strive until you give up, you mean?
No. You strive until you understand that. You fully understand that every effort is useless.
Is useless.
You have to make an effort to be effortless later. At the moment, doesn't matter what I tell you, you still strive. So I tell you how to strive. And I say, go ahead and strive. Strive harder until you reach the point that you know that, why should I strive? I'm always here already. Understand? I already arrived. But now I tell you, you don't understand. So you have to strive to understand that you should not strive. Okay, Vincent? Because now, if I tell you don't strive, can you stop? Can you just relax and surrender? If you can?
Well, actually, I found myself doing that, but then feeling a little bit behind schedule and then getting back into striving again.
Yeah, yes, that's it. So you still are not there. You see what I mean?
Right, but more so than before.
Then you try to strive more. And then one day you will stop striving. That's the purpose. Huh? That's the purpose. Because if we don't strive now, we cannot feel at ease. Until you stop striving and you still feel at ease, then it's all right. Now, if you don't strive, you're in trouble. Right?
So if say I was to stop striving, but say stop striving even though I don't have the total knowing of that, that would be also ineffective. Is that what you're saying?
Ineffective.
So you have to really come to that level of understanding.
Yes.
Before then.
Yes.
Okay.
Not intellectual understanding, but truly relaxed. Truly at home. Now, intellectually, you understand what I'm talking about?
Well, yes.
You do. But it's different from realization. Yeah, all right?
Master, I want to ask you again, because I've been thinking about one of the answers you gave me yesterday when I asked you about the message that what we receive from Jesus Christ. I understand your answer that we should not think in the future, only in the present. But I've been thinking that you have told us that Jesus was also or is also a Supreme Master.
Mm-hmm.
So why he's telling us that, sending us that message?
What message?
Message about the things are going to happen in the future.
Who? When? When did he predict anything? Did you see that in the Bible?
No.
No? Then don't listen to nonsense.
No, there's not in the Bible. There is from the present time that he...
They say anything at all. Why should you listen to them?
People who have received message from Jesus and then they put in print in papers.
They have received so many messages from Jesus already, since many decades. And so many people are gathered from in one mountain or the next, waiting for Jesus to come, etc. Give up all the money, all family ties, just come in there. It's going on in every country now. And in Korea, there are big wave about Jesus coming. Jesus come to Korea. People predicted it. And they're still waiting for Jesus now.
So are you trying to tell me that anybody who said that here Jesus Christ talking him is not true?
It depends. Yeah? It depends what kind of interpretation. It depends on what kind of message. Understand? It depends on the person who received that. Because sometimes people misunderstanding. When they, for example, when I say Christ power, I don't mean Jesus Christ was talking to me. When I say I'm one with the Buddha, I don't mean I'm Sakyamuni Buddha. I don't mean everybody, every time the Sakyamuni Buddha is sending me message, fax machine or anything like that. Understand? And then when people spread out, it becomes kind of superstition. Understand? When I say I am God, I and God are one, I don't mean God is standing in my head and dictating me anything. Or that I am the God. You understand? The human language is very difficult to convey something that is sacred and from the high level. And on the another side is that sometimes the person receives the message, he's not pure enough. Understand? He received from the astral information. Sometimes they make fun on the people. Yeah, they have jokes. And then they laugh at our expense. Our stupid running around because they just cast some kind of jokes around. Then they will believe it and will prepare a lot of things. And so many thousands of people congregated at one place and waiting for Jesus to come out or do something else. And then they laugh. They stand in about and laugh. Understand like that? Yeah. Okay. So sometimes the message come through is all right, but then the timing is not exact. Because our timing and in the untiming sphere is so different. And the calculating is wrong also. Yeah, and many different things. Or the location is different. Yeah? Even then, these messages are not truly very high message. Yeah? When it goes through a medium of verbal expressed channel, it's sometimes differently translated. You understand or not?
Yes.
Therefore, you have to see what is truly reliable and what is not. You understand? Sometimes it's funny. And also, you have to see what is truly important. Understand? To listen to. Now, I already told you that if something is going to happen in one area, and you fear of dying and run to the next, I'm not sure your life will be preserved. If God's will that your life's gone, it's gone. You're gone in bed. You'll be gone in bathroom anytime. And now we are the highly practiced practitioners. We should not bother about this message. Understand? Jesus come, we know already. He already came. And if we should die tomorrow of disaster or whatever happened, well, let it be. We never die. We just change. And we change for the better. And that we all know. So what should you fear? Life is dangerous anyhow. I told you already. It ends deadly. Nobody can escape. So sooner or later, we will have to experience the deadly end of life. So if it ends today, it ends tomorrow. It just makes a few years or few days difference. All right? Yeah. Have no fear, so you don't need any message. If you should receive any message, it's direct. You have already direct connection with Jesus. Why should you rely on telephone booths or public communication? Huh? All right? You have direct line with Jesus. Huh? Most of the people who relay messages, most of people, I don't say, they are a little bit of kind of medium. They receive astral information. Or maybe from other planets. Make jokes. Do you think people in other planets, they are not naughty? Yeah, they are. They're also human like us, some of them. Some of them are more spiritually developed, and some are human like us, some are worse. Okay? So you don't know where the message came from. If we open the channel they always receive all kind of lousy nonsense message. Yeah. I open my receiver and sometimes I hear talking in Taiwanese. I don't understand anything because of outside. Yeah, has nothing to do with us. I want to get a curse and then it's blah 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 blah, talking about anything else because I accidentally turn on the same channel with the outsider. Understand? 2 nights before, there were one lady who said that since she was 13, she was always surrounded by invisible beings who like to get hold of her and tell her to go here and there, right? After initiation, she became better. You see that? Yeah. So they would tell them all kind of message, tell them what to do. Then she was uncomfortable. There are many people who receive a message in the head, tell them to fight this person, will hit that person all the time and cause trouble, just for fun. So we should be blocked from all this low level of information, and understand that we only want to know our Supreme Self. Nothing else matters, because we never die, we never have any problem, we always wise and happy. That person we should know. Yeah? Any other things? How can you avoid disaster? If God wants, He'll destroy the whole world. And where do you run to? Remember the story of Noah? Yeah. Where do you run to? If God doesn't want to save you, you're finished. You're finished right here. Okay? Have no fear whatsoever. Whatever happened to us, it can never happen to us. If it doesn't mean to happen. Whatever means to happen to us, it will happen, whether we want it or not, whether we practice Kuan method or not practice Kuan method. But the Master will see to it that you will bear it through, or make a kind of lubrication so that you don't feel that much. Okay? But He doesn't stop it happening. He might alter the time or change it and make it into a dream. I'll make it, minimize it so that you feel better, that's all. But it doesn't stop to happen, okay? Everything you have inside, just that I have to confirm it to you. And bring it out. And bring your goodness out. Bring your intelligence out. Show you back to where you belong and what you have. Show you your own treasure. So I'm just a guide, understand? Yes. I remind you of your greatness. Yes. But in the worldly sense, you call me master, so it's all right. It's all your name. Yeah, there's no great deal about it. Therefore, no worry that my name is the Supreme Master CHINGHAI, and then my ego is so supreme. Because I have no ego, therefore I let it be the Supreme Master CHINGHAI. Just because I have no ego. If I have the ego, I would not put the Supreme Master CHINGHAI to let people laugh at me and misunderstand me. Understand? Yes. And doubt me. Just because I don't have ego. So I do not think anything about it. You can call me the Supreme Woman or the Supermarket Woman. Huh? Yeah, I treat it as a name only, as a symbol of the search of your soul, as light, a symbol of the light, the aim that you want to reach. Understand? Not as my own property. Therefore, if you sing the praise for me, Master CHINGHAI, I'll sing with you, because it's not me. Master CHINGHAI don't belong to me. The praise do not belong to me. Understand? Master CHINGHAI is also my master. I pray to the Supreme Master CHINGHAI also, because the Supreme Master CHINGHAI is the Supreme Master. Understand? Yeah. You might not understand, but it's like that.
That sort of has something to do with my question, and it's related to what I asked yesterday. I'm still not real clear on.
Yeah. The answer now? Is answer your question now?
It's closer.
Yes. You can ask more.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to ask. It's...
Never mind, try to form.
Okay. It has to do, like, with the omnipresence, and some, like in the magazine, sometimes people say that, like, you've appeared to them.
Yes.
And over in the sharing that has been over there.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not got closer to that. It's like you are cheering for the Master CHINGHAI also. Your inner master also, or the master.
Yes.
And I guess I don't quite get where the bridge, or how that bridges into the human being. You know,
I'm not a human being.
Okay. Well, how it bridges in?
Only my body is a human body.
So you're always tapped into the total consciousness?
Yeah.
And you can so from...
Yeah. You got it. Well, I have to have an office to work.
Right.
So that you can see me. This is the office. Huh?
Okay.
The name is the name of my office.
So as soon as I have a thought in America, and I request your presence, you can actually... You're right there with me?
I'm always there. It's you who block yourself. You make a distance between us because you are still living in space and time. I'm out of space, out of time. I'm in space, in time, but so out of space and out of time. I'm in space and in time because of you, because you are in space and in time. I'm out of space and out of time also because of you, so that I can know wherever you are, whatever you want.
So as soon as we're initiated, you're with us from that time on?
I have always been with you, even before initiation.
Okay, right. Okay. Thank you.
You understand it?
Yeah.
Really? It's not saying in a sense of superstition that I always been with you as a person looking after you since your birth is not true. I have been with every being, whether they initiate or not, before, after, between initiation, anytime. Because I'm not that person that you're thinking of. I only choose to be in this office for a while. One of the part is in the office, but this part is connected with the whole. Therefore, when you see this part, you see the whole. Understand?
Right. That's.
So don't think I am that body or I'm only that.
Right. But
yes.
Seeing that, and like when I see you in person, that's what it's like. I feel like what Vincent is saying. It's like that love just starts flowing out. It's like I open up when you're around. You
feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's good. Then we're together. Have I answered you completely?
I think so.
If not, you please ask. Any doubt, you have to clear it before you are satisfied and completely lost in your own self. Otherwise, you're blocked in some corner. You understand? For example, we are fully free, but one of your corner of the dress is caught in somewhere, and then you hang on there.
Well,
what's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like there's like a block somewhere in the corner, and I don't know what it is. where I'm not clear.
For example, you doubt me, you doubt yourself?
I think I doubt myself. It's like I sense some confusion, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. It's like, well, I must have a question.
Oh.
You know, it's like that's what I think. It's like there must be a question somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
What are you confused about?
I don't know. I really,
That's really confusing, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's almost like sometimes I get into a space where I'm confused about nothing.
Then let's just be confused for a while until you're no more confused, until you're clear about what you're confused about. Huh? Anyhow, it's just there because you have not completely convinced that you are one with the universe. That's the last catch. Once you're free of that, you're finished. It takes time, huh? Take time. Never mind. Let it be confused for a while. It's no harm. If you finish so fast, it's also boring, you know. If you became Buddha in 5 minutes, had nothing else to do. Yeah, I had trouble because I was so fast. But I do everything fast. So now I feel I miss something. I miss being disciple. I miss being carefree. I miss being... no, it's different. I'm carefree, but I'm not free, because you bind me. In my heart, I'm free, but I'm not free, because you are not free. I am together with you, how can I be free? But on the other hand, I am free, because I'm already free. Just like you go to rescue somebody in a burning house. You're in danger also. You're originally out of danger. But because you rescue someone, you're always in danger. You might risk your life together with that person. But it's your job. Understand? You voluntarily become in a dangerous position. So you cannot say, I'm free, I'm not in danger. I am not the victim. At that moment you are. Right? You jump into the sea and rescue somebody. Maybe you cannot swim, or maybe something happens to you and both of you sink. Or in a burning house. So on the other, in one hand you are volunteer, but the other hand you will become victim together if you're not careful. But you have to take the risk. Otherwise, how can you help that person? Either your life or her life. Or both. But we have to take the risk. At that moment, you don't think anymore whether my life or his life, you just jump in. Just since you asked, and then I realize that I'm also in. Yes. Otherwise, I don't think about it. Yeah? Right?
It's about praying to you.
Yeah.
You see, I'm most of the time thinking that I'm doing something wrong. Okay,
yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know that you always do something wrong.
But I always think that.
Yeah.
The old things, you know, when I was young.
Guilt trip.
Catholic,
Yeah.
you know. Catholic trip.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hesitant to pray to you to help me, because I feel now I know that I'm responsible for whatever happens to me. So I think, well, just eat your cake. You made it, you know. Instead of praying to you, I'm
to
always,
eat it.
Yeah, I just eat it, and I feel sour, and I feel silly.
Crying, but eat.
Yeah, I just feel so little. I belittle myself all the time.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah.
You should not marry.
I know.
You're doing fine.
It's not. It seems to be out of my control. All of a sudden, you know, I have this big picture of you in the center, and I come to you and I talk to you, and I say, I know I'm silly again. Here I am, you know. Oh God, and again, bong on the head, you know, and. Can you help me? But I don't want you to help me, because I don't want you to be sick because of me.
No, I won't be sick. Otherwise, I die already. You are not the only one.
Yeah, I know. That's what my fear is. how can I pray to you without giving you taking?
Just pray.
Okay.
And don't intellectualize so much.
No.
You give me burden because you intellectualize. If you just purely pray, no problem, no burden. Do anything naturally. You need to pray, you just pray. Otherwise you die. Huh? And then you pray and you don't. You pray and then you obstruct yourself and you pressure yourself and you don't have to pray. That makes trouble for me. I don't know whether you want to pray or not to pray. I'm not sure whether to give you or not. Yeah? Because give you feel guilty. You don't want to take it. And on the other hand, you need it. So should I kneel and beg you, please, take it? That's the trouble, because we don't want anything definitely. Yeah. Just want it. And whether God gives it or not is His problem. If He's stingy or generous, personality we cannot change. Huh? Anything else? Please, just continue. Continue ask and don't need me to ask you.
Okay, now I got a question is, when I have problems, for say, I lost my identify, and should I just sit there and pray for you, or with the same time when I pray for Master to help me, and in the meantime I'm looking for it, or just sit there and pray?
When you lost your ID card, you should go and look for it. And just remember where you lost it, or if you cannot remember, and you pray for Master. And if you cannot get it, then probably you lost it too long away, so get another one. Very simple.
But my question is, sometimes people said, just sit down and pray for it. Don't do anything.
Oh my God. That's nonsense. Help yourself before God helps you. Be independent. Learn to use your wisdom. You only pray in emergency, when you cannot do anything else. Or you can pray but do it at the same time. Look here. If you pray for me to give you rice and food, and then you don't eat it, you still pray for me to eat for you. Is that all right?
I did, when I pray, but I do looking for it, I walk around and look for it. But all the people say, no, just sit down and pray for it.
Oh my God. And then the identity card will drop into your mouth?
That's what I told them, but I doubted myself, am I correct,
No, you do it and pray.
Okay,
at
thanks,
the same time. Yeah. You do everything. It's your duty to do. It's your life to experience. All the pleasure and pain of this life. Only when you feel it's unbearable, then you pray for the Masters to give you courage. Not to bear it. Give you courage and enduring power to go on with it. Understand?
Yes.
Because everything has to happen. But when we practice, we're stronger in the willpower. And we can bear things better than before. Right? That is all. Just like when you grow up, you can carry more weight than when you were younger. But the weight is still 5 kilo. The weight will not be less, but you're stronger.
Dear Master, I'm from Singapore. I have this problem here. I often pray to you because I believe you are the Supreme Master. Then I get confused. How is Heavenly Father related to you? So should I sometimes pray to Heavenly Father? Because I was a Christian before.
Right, understand.
Jesus was the Supreme Master, and He said, pray to Heavenly Father in my name. So sometimes I do not know whether I should pray to Heavenly Father in your name or pray directly to you.
Whatever you feel comfortable. I'm not very in the mood to have competition with God.
No, I'm not. So I won't be praying wrongly, isn't it?
No, not at all. That's all right.
Another question is that...
and when you have trouble, you pray to me. Yes.
Thank you.
When I'm in trouble, then you pray to the Father. That's all right. We take turns to take care.
Thank you.
I tell you what, it's not to whom you pray. It is the sincerity. Yeah? At that moment you feel like to pray to the Heavenly Father, then you pray to the Heavenly Father. Because actually it sounds illogical to pray for me, to help myself. Right?
Yes.
So in your logic mind, it doesn't make sense. Therefore you have to pray to a third person.
Yes.
Because that makes sense to you. That's all right. That's all right. It's very logical. I would do the same.
Thank you. I have this problem again, is that in the 5 precepts, it's mentioned that you should not kill anything. The thing is that one of my colleagues, he has a question for me, is that his house is infested with termites.
Yeah.
And he's asking me, should he kill the termite? And I told him that you should not kill the termites. And he said, then the termite will bring the house down. So what should he do? So I asked 2 of the Guan Yin messengers. They gave me different answers, so I'm confused. I told him to pray to Master you.
I killed him for him, right?
No. To speak to the instinct of the termite so that they will move to another location.
Yeah. If they move, it's all right.
Yeah. If otherwise,
not, tell him have to keep his house in hygienic condition. Try to take precaution. Yeah. Maybe spray before they came. Take care of the house. And make sure that no cakes, no oil, anything spill around. Then they will not come. And spray your house before they come. If anything cannot help, then you can spray or do something to keep the house. Yeah, keep the house in order. Yes, you chant the 5 names. Yeah. Yes, ma'am?
Yes. I just would like to return her question about praying you when she lost something. A few months ago, I lost my purse during my vacation when I stopped at the rest area. And then 4 hours later, I discovered that I lost, and it's too far away already, about 300 miles. So when I discovered that I lost it, I was terrible scared because everything was inside. My MasterCard money. Then I have nothing, and it was so far away from my home. But deep inside me, I feel that I will find it.
Yeah, I keep the money for you, right?
And I
become money keeper, right? Purse keeper.
Somehow I have a strong feeling that I will find it, and I sat down and pray for your help, and then I tried to call the agency to report the credit card loss.
Correct.
And I called the police.
Yes,
in that area. I tried my best.
Yeah.
And the next day, because the police station told me to call back the next morning to see if there is anybody who find it. And I called back, and very lucky that the restaurant where I stopped by for the restroom, they found it, and they said that everything was in there, even the cash money in there. And I was so thankful for your help. Because I know that without your help,
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it happens and we find it again. But it's okay. But it's okay to have faith in Master.
About 3-4 times I have got my things back. Once I lost my diamond necklace on the road.
Wow.
And after 1 hour I realized it is down.
It's lost.
So I went to that road. And buses and cars were going. It was safe.
Still there?
It's still there. After 1 hour, nobody picked it.
Maybe nobody want your necklace.
And the purse,
your personal smell has protected it from harm.
And the purse, I lost it at the Peak restaurant. When I came home 12 o'clock night, and because it was cold, and that day was my birthday, our family take me to the dinner. So I had a coat, I forgot my purse. When I came home, I said, where is the purse? Then I asked police, and after 1 hour, 1 o'clock at night, police phoned me. They found the purse.
Very good. And very, very, very good. Fantastic. Good. Okay. Main point is you got your purse. I always heard about bank keeper, housekeeper, but I never heard of purse keeper before.
And once in MTR station, so many people, I lost my wallet. And I came out, I wanted to catch the bus, but no change. I said, where is my wallet? Immediately I reported the lost and found. And next morning phone came, your wallet is there. And everything was there.
So what is your conclusion?
So
you can find always what you lost or what?
Because of you.
Oh, you mean after that, after initiation, you pray to Master? Okay, that's fine. Then how much would you give me for...
Everything.
As a reward?
Everything.
Huh?
Everything.
Everything you give me?
Yes, I give myself also.
All right, I accept. But you become my manager, okay? Keep everything for me. Keep everything that you give me for me.
Once my friend saw the picture pendant. She asked me, who's that picture? I said, my master. She said, she looks superwoman.
Superwoman. She's very lovely, lovely, lovely. Next. Who's next? Yeah, behind you.
Oh, going back to Mary's point about praying, I'm not sure when to pray because I know that you're with us every time,
right?
Every time, and helping us make whatever decisions that we have to make. So, I guess if you're with us every time, then what's the use of praying when you're always with us? And I mean, people tell me to pray to you every time that I'm in trouble or something, but then I know that you're with me all the time. So if you're there with me,
what's the need to pray, right? Is that right?
Yeah, that's the point. I'm not sure why you need to pray when you're with us all the time.
Oh, that's good. Then you don't pray. Save energy.
Thank you.
Right? People pray because they need to pray. Understand? They feel that they're doing something. Therefore, the Master can hear them. If you feel that you don't need to pray because you're convinced absolutely that Master knows everything and always everywhere, then you don't pray. It's even less work. For both of us. One don't need to talk and the other don't need to hear. Everyone is different, you know. There's no fixed rule.
Master, you have told us that there are many other planets in the universe with human beings like us. Do they speak the same language like us?
They might do. They might do. Maybe you're surprised to hear English in Mars. Maybe you hear Chinese in Venus. Who knows?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. It's a preacher. And he's in church, and in this area they haven't had rain for a long time. So he said, tonight we're going to have a special service, and we're all going to pray for rain. So they said, okay. So at 7 o'clock, everybody goes to the church, and there's a little boy who's going with an umbrella. And people said, are you crazy? It's not raining. Why are you bringing... Well, he said, we're going to pray for rain, aren't we?
And it's going to rain, yes. Yeah, right.
He was the only one that really
have faith. Yes. All the people say we pray, but it never happened, right? It's true. The Chinese people, they do the same. Yeah. Yes. You know, in the most of the funeral ceremony, people, they put a lot of money, paper money for the deceased. Yes, because they believe that they will need it in the netherworld. Yeah. But the other hand, they get all the priests and all the monks and praying for 49 days and all kind of penance for the soul, because they believe in that case the soul will be liberated and go to heaven. But fancy giving money so that they can spend in hell. Yeah. They just make sure, both ways. They pray, but they know it's not effective. Therefore, they prepare for hell. Pray for heaven, but prepare for hell. It's very safe.
Yes, this is an experience that I have, but I was not in normal meditation. I was sleeping, and then sometimes when you're sleeping, you can be conscious so you can start thinking what you want, and it's not a dream. No? So then I said, well, I will begin to repeat the 5 names like the meditation in that moment. Then when I began, I start to hear a strong, very strong sound, or like a frequency, and I don't know what it was, and the sound become more strong. Then I began to repeat your name, and the sound continued, but it was very strong. So I don't know what is this. So if that is good or not, because it was very strong, not very comfortable.
You're not used to it. It's good. Just let go. Okay.
Does it necessary if you are a Catholic or Protestant, and when you come into this learning the Huanqing method, you leave your religion?
No. Anyhow, you don't leave your religion, because our religion is my religion. You're inside. Okay?
Okay.
And no need to bother about all this mundane name, all right? Go on with your experience, your inner search, and leave all the names outside. Okay?
Okay. And also the second thing, it's the experience that I have that, on the outside, externally, it's like a week before this 7-day retreat happened, I was the leader of a Catholic group, and so we're supposed to have a camping stuff for it's called the Vietnamese Eucharistic Youth Movement. It's like the Boy Scout, and it's supposed to start on the 20th of December. When I meditate, I do not think about it, but once I'm not, I talk to myself. I go, I wish I could come here, and then suddenly, somehow, like the week before the retreat happened, the leader in the Eucharistic Youth Movement, they changed the day until late in January, and then that's why I could come here. And thank you.
You're welcome. That we can do. We can change the time. It still happen, but later. All right. Anything else?
I've heard you talk about UFOs before.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if...
For the children.
For the children? The pyramids that exist around the world and that kind of thing, it's always been kind of a curiosity with me if it had anything to do with, celestial beings, or if it was just a religious, symbolic thing that ancient cultures had built up. But it's just so many mysteries that people still don't really understand why there are similarities in different continents and things of that nature. I was wondering if...
It's just one of those things.
Just better just to remain a mystery.
Well, whatever happened in the past, we forget it. We don't worry about pyramids, actually. We worry about our self-nature. Right. Let's come back to that most important point. Yeah. Otherwise, we stray around with different astral spirits, seeing and medium and invisible beings and message from the sky and all kind of understand? It make trouble. We have to learn to remember that we want to look for the Supreme Self, and anything else doesn't matter so much.
Is there a spiritual connection with these other beings and things?
There is always spiritual connection in any age. But whatever the build is has nothing to do with it. All right? For example, we have spiritual connection now, but we don't build anything. The church we are having is fantastic. Is naturally made. You see our church? Beautiful. So in 2,000 years to come, people cannot say, oh, Master CHINGHAI, she built a pyramid. Because it symbolizes the spiritual connection. No nonsense. Okay? Yeah. Buffalo Bill, yes.
Buffalo Bill?
Yes.
I was wondering, as far as the, I think yesterday you mentioned, like in India, when you're patting your body.
I what?
Like, after meditation, somebody asked you about rubbing the body and stuff. And
yeah.
Like, when you go into samadhi and you forget about the body. What about when, like, the body is in so much pain? Do you want to move?
Then move.
Really? When it's aggravating the meditation?
Yes, if it's too much unbearable, then move. If you don't move, you die, then must move.
So where's the point that so you actually go into the samadhi first and then the body just goes numb on its own?
I don't know when I was in samadhi actually. Only when I wake up I know that my body is still not that not yet there. Right. So somebody called me suddenly and then I had to get up and then I cannot get up. I have no legs, no arms, nothing. And then I have to try and struggle. Mm-hmm. You know, and suddenly the sense come back, one leg after another. But one leg first and then I stand up and the other leg still doesn't listen. So I tried to walk and I fell down. And that's when I realized I'm not yet in fully conscious body, that's all. But I don't know when I went in and when I went out. I never care. It just happened. Understand? I don't make any effort. And that experience, even that, for example, that experience, I realized it when I was laying down and somebody called me, I have to sit up and I couldn't have any bottom to support myself. That was when I was sleeping. And I already realized that I was sleeping when somebody called me to the office to do something for that particular master. Then I couldn't get up because I have no arms, no legs, and I had trouble for a while. Understand? And afterward, one leg come back, then I walked on the other leg, and it doesn't move. I thought the leg will move, but I move, the leg doesn't move. And so I fell down, understand? So that, and then the arms come back, then I have to massage the invisible leg. And that's all. That's what I tell you, because yesterday you asked me about massage. So by the way, just tell you my experience. Just to support it, that's all.
Right.
But I don't remember when I went in and I went out, and I went in all the time. I went out all the time. And I'm always now in and out. And I'm in and out at the same time. At that time I'm in but not out. And this time I'm in and out at the same time. So I don't remember how I went in. I just wake up from the sleep. Understand? I was laying in that place, in that room on the floor. Laying. And I am only conscious that I'm laying when somebody called me. And then I tried to get up. And I couldn't get up because I find that I have no body, no legs. Yeah, it comes back gradually, and also fast. But then because I didn't realize it, that I was laying there, you understand? And of course the immediate reaction is that you try to get up and walk. And that's how you realize you don't have legs. That is all. Otherwise I don't even know that I was in and I was out. Nothing. Okay? Just fine. Yes. That's just one of the common occurrence. There are many other different type. Yeah, that sometimes I'm there, but I understand everything around, but I'm not there. It's a very comfortable feeling. It's one of the kind that you are experiencing sometimes when you're in meditation, or many times.
So that's not a phase that everybody would go through necessarily.
Different people has different experience.
Okay.
Maybe I was at low level, so just have it off and on this kind of different experience.
Well, I've read some of the Satmat books.
Yeah.
And I think I read in there that was like the death, sort of a symbolic death of the body.
That was these experiences was at the beginning of my meditation practice. At the beginning of my practice. Later they are different. Yes, different. Yeah, it was the beginning. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. And sometimes I know that you can be in different place, in different level, but at the same time you know the things happening around you. Understand? In a both level at the same time. So there are many different kinds.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah.
As you know, I have a very active and visual imagination. And there's times when I experience you talking to me, but it's not like a meditative experience. It's like a telepathic communication.
Understand.
And it in my mind, it's so much like my imagination that I doubt sometimes if it is real or if it isn't. And so I do the 5 names, but I still don't know if my mind is still tricking me.
Understand.
And so is it accurate or is it not accurate?
How do you feel after that, or between that, during that happening?
Well, many times what happens surprises me. So that makes me think that it wasn't my imagination.
Understand.
But then sometimes not only does what I experience surprise me, but it doesn't make sense with what I experience in the external life, in my external communications.
Yeah.
And so I kind of put it on a shelf and say, well, I'm not sure about this.
For example, what is inside that doesn't fit with the outside?
I'm trying to go back and through to kind of sort through to see which one would be a good example of that.
Maybe you feel like I'm communicating with you and then outside I reject you, is that right?
That hasn't happened yet. That is one of the ways.
Because I just satisfy your inner mental need. And you want it that way. But outside I cannot do it. Not that I cannot drive, but I don't want to drive. Not to drive with you. But on the other hand, I have to satisfy your sentimental feeling. Therefore, you experience that way. That's correct. That fit also. Understand or not? I understand what you saw. Is that right? Is that right? One of the experience like that, right?
Let me just repeat it back to you to see if I do understand that. That what I experienced was something that was provided by you for me just to help settle me and balance me.
Yeah.
And it was not necessarily anything beyond that.
Yeah.
Okay? And I really began to understand myself more from that. And I began to understand that the drive in seeking that love from you was synonymous to the drive of seeking that love in myself. And that was the real satisfaction that I was looking for.
Right.
And I realized that no personal relationship
will be satisfying.
Would be satisfying without that
true understanding of
true
self.
Understanding of self. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Krishna, huh? He's supposed to have a lot of wives, you know. But if I have a lot of husbands, I don't know if you still follow me. Huh? I don't need to make trouble.
Especially if you have 100 and something.
Huh?
16,000.
16,000. It's supposed to be disciples. I don't think wives. I don't think it's just... How can he handle that? Even he's a good driver, he would die.
Previous they were disciples.
Yeah.
This birth they became good.
Yes. And also be close to him.
They say, Master, that it was these ladies had been kidnapped by a king of a certain area. Krishna had rescued them, had defeated this lord. So these ladies were free, but they couldn't go back to their homes. No one would accept them.
Understand.
So Krishna had to take them to give them faith.
Understand.
Took them as his wives.
Yeah. All the wives, yeah.
When he used to dance, each one thinks that he's dancing with Krishna.
Yes.
Each one has Krishna.
Yes, because he has such a boundless love that each one is satisfied in their own heart. And they think the Master loves them alone.
Yes.
Is that right? But Vincent doesn't feel that way here. He doesn't feel that I love him alone. Oh, he does. That's why I keep hoping all the time.
I feel the Master only love me.
Well, I do. I only love you. It's true, because when I love one person, only that person exists. And each person the same way.
I feel that way.
Yes.
Master, first I want to thank you again which I already thank you in my spiritual way, but now I want to thank you personally. 2 days before I came to the 7-day retreat here, I got a car accident, and the car was out of control because the tire blew up, and it's just from the fast lane, it's turned to past the other 3 lane and hit the hill, and the car was turning 3 times, and the cassette tape is still play, but everything is
kaput.
Total lost. So some of the people, who drive on the road and stop by and ask me how I feel and everything, and one lady said that she saw the car was flying from, So I just want to thank you for that, helping me and always be with me. Another thing I want to say, yesterday I remember you say you from nearly with the Supreme family. I don't know exactly it's happened in my meditation or I was dreaming, but I saw you was you wear like a navy hat, and you wear the golden dress with the white trim around, and you real big, but around you 1,000 of you the same thing, wear the same clothes and everything, and carry the bamboo stick with the how you call the squat bottle or something like that.
The girl.
Yes.
Good. And then?
And it's like a beautiful church, a temple or church, something like that. So is that what I want to ask is that you say you family with the Supreme family, or that is all of us here and you are the bigger one, the biggest one?
I am the smallest one, you can see.
You are the smallest one and the bigger one. What about us? I mean, we are the same, right?
Right and not right. Right because I know it's right. Not right because you don't know that. My family is bigger than that. What you see is only symbolic of the master, what we call thousands of transformation body. One and everything. 1 and 1,000. 1,000 and 1. Understand?
Yes. Thank you, Master.
Dearest Master, this question is very important to me.
Yes, please.
Yes. Since I just get initiated, meditation is new to me. I used to pray to you. I always pray to you before I get initiation. When I feel scared or frightened, but now I know that you're always with me, but I feel guilty, and then I think that I should be responsible what I did. And
that's not right.
Yes. And
so what happened now?
And I think that the best way that I can put down this kind of feeling is to meditate. But when I start meditating, this kind of feeling always disturbs me. So
what is the problem, kid? If you want to pray, you pray. There's no guilt. What I say to the other person doesn't concern you. You put all responsibility to the master, all right? I take it all. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. I should do it. I should take care of you, all right? And to the other person, it's different. Don't listen to what I answer them, okay?
No, I know. Even me, I know that you always be with me, but I still get struck with that kind of feeling. I think that I should be responsible for that kind of feeling, so I don't know how to...
Just put it down, okay? Put it down. Put everything down. Let the master take care, okay?
Thank you,
That's
Pastor.
more comfortable. It's more comfortable that way. It's more suitable for you, okay? To the other person, if I say I take care of everything, if you hit ego, will get hurt. So I said, all right, you take care. Yeah?
Because, as I told you, everything is new to me. That's why I don't know how to handle this problem.
No problem. No problem. If whatever you want to do, you do it. If you want to pray to Master and let Master take care, and you let the Master take care. That's why you need a Master. Huh? If you want to take care of it yourself and you're able to take care of it yourself, then you say, I take care this time. Okay?
Thank you.
Anytime. Anytime. You understand? Yeah. Yes?
Some people don't pray because they think that God should know everything anyhow.
Yes. That's all right. That's also all right. That's a kind of surrender. And some people pray because they surrender. Yes. Different expression. You pray because you surrender. You say, please, I cannot do it. Only you can do. And the other person surrender and think, God knows everything, God do everything. I don't even need to pray. So the same thing. Yeah? Don't feel guilty when you ask Master for anything at all. Many people do that. Most of people do that. They're used to it. They get spoiled and they don't even want to move one finger. Even Master has to fix their telephone, fix their alarm clock, call them to go to work in the morning, take care of their children, and take care of the chicken pox and everything else. Even then they grow a pimple here to the Master. I'm going to a party, I want a pimple disappear. And then the pimple grow to me. All right, no problem. No problem at all. I'm stronger than you think, huh? Stronger, spiritually. You pray for anything you want. And then I see if you need it or not. And sometimes you don't need that garbage. You just want it for the sake of listening to your own mind. Like children, they want this and that and other, but they don't always need him. Yes, Ben?
Master just said about they want the pimple to disappear, so the pimple goes to Master. Reminds me of a story. There's a disciple in India, in northern India, in the summertime. He was going to visit his Master. He got off the train station. It's hot. It's like 50 degrees Celsius. Very hot.
Yeah, I know that. Summer in India.
Yeah, in northern India.
Northern, worst. Yeah.
So he thought to sit down under a tree. And then he thought of a story, an Indian story. I know the story, I forget the names of the people. It's two lovers.
Yeah.
And the girl used to use an earthen pot. They make big earthen pots in India. And she would use this to float across the river to see her lover. And one of her relatives found out and replaced this pot with an unbaked pot with just the clay. The girl knew this, but rather than give in, rather than let fear conquer her love, she used it anyhow. And halfway in the river, the pot dissolved. And she kept swimming. She almost made it to the shore. Her lover could see her. So he jumped in to rescue her, but they both got washed away and drowned. This is, you know this story, Nimal? Yeah, okay, I don't know the names.
And then?
So then the disciple thought, well, if they can do that just for this type of love, how can I sit under a tree when my Master is just a few kilometers away?
Yes.
So he kept walking. When he arrived at the place the Master lived, one of the older disciples who lived there said, I knew somebody was coming. I knew you were coming.
That's why Master was standing around in the heat.
Master had been standing out in the heat for an hour since the man walked up.
That's one
thing was the disciple at that time. Babaji was the Master.
But they know he's coming.
Yeah, and the Master was walking up and down in the hot, under the sun, in order to absorb some of the heat for the disciple, so that the disciple will not faint on the road, just because of devotion. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We have so many stories in India, huh?
Master, I'm from Penang, Malaysia.
Yes.
Actually, Master's work, I do come across some people who are very receptive, some people, no matter how much you talk, I think they are not so receptive to Master teaching. My question is it fated? People who are receptive to it and some who are not. There's such thing as marked soul and or unmarked soul.
Yes, there is such thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
How do you do?
That's my business. No. What I mean is that when you're not in the trade, it's difficult to explain, huh? Yes. Oh, that's just what the saying go, huh? Don't worry about so much about marked and not marked. The easy way to recognize is that that person is interested. Then you know that it's a marked soul. And if that person is not interested, whatever you say, then you know it is unmarked soul. It is so obvious. No? Mm. You know what? This is the beginning of the business. Now I don't care. Yeah? I just let whatever happen. The people ask me how I've lived till now. I told them I don't know. I guess they understand how lonely life has been till I begin again the day you took my hand. And yet I know how lonely life can be. The shadows follow me and the nights won't let me free. But I won't let the evenings get me down now that you are around me. And you love me too. You thought of just for me. You set my spirits free, and I'm happy that you do. Something else I forgot. Meditate on him who contains the universe and whose holy name is whispered on the lips of the anti-creation. Meditate on him, something like that. I don't know the rest.